everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Last week we had a pretty heavy discussion about my personal weight loss struggle, and I want to start doing some series of talks with you guys about what I've discovered along this way. I obviously have learned that a crash diet of any kind is not the answer if you have a weight loss issue. But along this journey, I have discovered some very useful tools that might also be helpful to you if you're ready to, step out into your own journey, seeking health, weight loss, fitness, whatever. So I want to dive into detox today. Let's define what it is and does it even work? First of all, detox is typically a short-term eating plan that will remove certain foods from your diet, foods that are culprits usually with inflammation and dietary upset, and it gives you a chance to kind of cleanse the body of those toxins, and then it kind of helps you identify things that may in your own body be a disruptor. So for me, I may eat something that totally, sends my body into orbit, and you, on the other hand, can eat that without any problem. So this is where I think we make huge mistakes in the weight loss realm, is that every person's body and response to things is different. And I think the detox is a great way to dive deeper into these things and for you to discover your own personal problems with foods and things that may make you feel better or worse depending on what you eat. Even if you're not, let's say, don't have celiac disease, which would be the extreme of gluten intolerance, gluten may not make you feel your best. So it helps you identify foods that you need to avoid. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about some things I've done myself. Usually a detox will range as short as 3 days and as long as 30 days of some programs I've seen. The average is about 10 days. And personally, I think that you need about 10 days to get rid of everything out of your system and kind of let the body be cleansed. And then what I found to be really helpful is after you've done a full detox is to gradually start to reintroduce some things back. So if you want to test things like, do I have an issue with gluten or dairy or corn or whatever, then after you've done this cleanse, you introduce those foods back one group at a time and just see how you feel. Now, I think with a detox that journaling is super helpful because recently, I just did a 10-day detox, and I'll link you to my blog post about that and it tells you a lot about the program we did. And that identified to me that I do have some discomfort with dairy. And so now I'm working through some decision making and trying some different things like goat cheese, for example. I just bought that to try this next week to see if there are things I can do that will make me feel a little better. I personally love cheese, and I drink half and half in my coffee, and so I don't want to completely give that up without trying some, I'm trying some different things now to see if I can discover a way to handle dairy without completely giving it up. Now, gluten, when I discovered the gluten intolerance, I didn't want to give it up, but I realized that in order to feel my best, I don't need gluten. And now I don't have to have very much at all to get like heartburn, a lot of intestinal discomfort, feel bloated. But gluten was also affecting me with mental fog and some things that you wouldn't really expect from a food. So I was blaming a lot of things for just feeling low energy and, not being able to concentrate. And I'm sure that my hormones played a role in all of that. But just giving up gluten has made all of those symptoms a lot better. So you just have to kind of identify with that journaling what kind of impact giving up these foods and adding them back has in your life. And then you decide from there if you want to give them up for good. So I personally think that a detox is a great way to help you in a weight loss journey. You cleanse the system, you figure out what intolerances you have, and that may just be what you need to help you get started really well on your journey toward losing the extra pounds. But I do also think that there are so many other things that a detox can help. Just like I was having the fatigue and the mental, fog and the inability to concentrate. And I discovered that there was a food responsible for a lot of that. And I'm really on a good path now to feeling a lot better about all of those things. So I highly recommend that you consider a detox program. The one that we did was a real food detox by Allie Miller RD, and I think it was a good program. She had all the recipes lined out, and she had supplement support. And I think it was very helpful. So, but there are tons of programs out there. Just make sure that you read up and be ready for it. Go grocery shop and get all that stuff that you're going to need, because it's hard to stay on track with a detox if you don't have yourself a good plan. So, comment below if you've tried a detox you really like. We'd love to have a discussion about that. And if you have any questions, I'd be glad to try to address those for you. Good luck in your detox endeavors.